Hey millionaires, welcome back to the channel. Today's August 23rd, 2023. Yesterday I went to appeal my taxes at the Webb County Appraisal District. I was able to successfully lower my taxes $150,000 on a sixplex I own and rent out. This will save me around $3,500 in property taxes per year. My time was well invested yesterday. Let me know if you want to see a video of the process on how to lower your property taxes. As you can see by the title, this video will be about how I was able to create a bank and loan out money. When I started investing in real estate, my goal was to own 100 single-family houses to rent out. I thought, if I can pay them off in 15 years, I will net around $1,000 per house or around $100,000 per month. I started buying properties from several local investors with a net worth of around $10 million and quickly noticed that they would sell every property that they purchased. Confused, I remember asking them,
"Why do you sell them? Don't you want to accumulate them? One day I would like to own 100 rentals."
They smiled and told me, "You'll learn." I did not have much money to invest when I got started. I got 2 income tax returns of about $5,000 and they were used as down payments to purchase owner finance properties from these local investors. I was paying around 12% annual interest rates when the banks were offering 3%. But I did not know any better. If you're wondering, my properties were not cash flowing. But I thought,
I'm investing for the future. I don't need the cash flow.
Every month, I would collect the rent from the properties and would then go and pay the investor. I started accumulating properties in this fashion until I started noticing that this wasn't scalable. I had to pay for repairs and property taxes out of pocket. I quickly noticed that I couldn't continue investing this way since my day job couldn't carry all these expenses. A few years passed. I started getting tired of the tenants and of the high interest rates that I was paying. Many tenants would pay their rent late, others would simply disappear without notice, and a few even damaged the property when they left. No offense to all tenants. I know there are some good tenants out there, but a good portion of them are very irresponsible. Or maybe I was not vetting my tenants correctly.
Why lie? I was not vetting my tenants at all.
Since I had huge mortgages over my head and was paying all other fixed and phantom expenses out of pockets, I would just lease the property to the first person who waved money at me, even if my gut feeling told me to run away. This usually happens when you are over leveraged and the property does not cash flow. Big no-no. As time had gone by, home values had gone up and the mortgage balances had gone down. This gap between home value and the mortgage balance is called equity. Seeing that I now had equity, I decided to sell some of my rentals and started buying properties with cash. I was now a seasoned investor and was able to find better deals. These properties were mainly in Class C neighborhoods and were around $50,000. Some were old houses and others were lots with mobile homes. I even bought a few empty lots and put mobile homes on them. Instead of renting out these properties, I decided to imitate the investors who had originally sold me the other properties. I learned to create deeds to transfer property and started selling them via owner finance. To save myself and my clients some money, I create the transfer documents and charge my clients $350. Pocket money for me. We don't go to a title company unless the buyer demands it. But if that's the case, the buyer usually pays for it. These deeds are then recorded at the Webb County Clerk office and the title is then transferred to their name with an open lien stating that they have a mortgage with me. This is how I created a bank and basically loan out money via mortgages to my buyers. My guideline when purchasing a property is to sell them owner finance for at least 45% more than the purchase price. I am currently owed a little over $1.2 million in mortgages. These owner finance mortgages have an average rate of 10% interest. I personally have a mortgage on 4 of the 12 properties I own. I owe $350,000. The other 8 properties I either bought outright or were quickly paid off. My portion of the equity on my owner finance business is almost $900,000. I net almost $10,000 a month from this business. I consider this passive income since there are no toilets to change, no tenants to deal with, and no property taxes to pay. Plus, I can sell owner finance properties for a little higher than a cash deal. So I am getting top dollar. I cannot complain. I love this way of investing. My risks are very limited. For one, I like that my clients have skin in the game. They invest between 10 and 20% down payment of the purchase price. I no longer chase down tenants so they can pay their rent. My clients go to my convenience store like clockwork on the first of the month and they proudly pay their mortgage. I provide them with an amortization schedule so they can highlight every payment and always know their balance. I encourage them to attack the principal so they can save on interest. No balloons or prepayment penalties. They always have the option to refinance the property at a lower interest rate once they get approved by a bank of their choice. A few have criticized that I am taking advantage of innocent people by charging them a high interest rate to sell them a property. But you need to remember, I am a business and not charity. My clients are actually very happy to do business with me. A regular bank will not take a second look at them. If it wasn't for private investors like myself, they would be tenants all their life. I am helping them accomplish their goals to become homeowners. Many of my clients are self-employed and do not have the steady W-2 income that the bank wants to see. Others are hardworking immigrants without a credit history or have been through a divorce and their credit was ruined. They all deserve a second chance. After I sell my clients a home, I encourage them to start saving money for another down payment so that I can sell them a rental property. I tell them my story and explain how I got started. I tell them that they can also become millionaires and become financially independent. The slogan of my company is helping tenants become homeowners and homeowners become landlords. At first, I thought I was getting an average rate of 10% return on my investment. But after carefully analyzing the numbers, I am getting a much higher return. For example, I purchased this property at $45,000 and sold it for $65,000.
Remember my 45% rule?
I'll go slow. I don't want to lose anyone.
I asked for a $15,000 down payment and finance the remaining $50,000 at a 12% interest rate. So technically, I only have $30,000 invested in the property. Why? Because I invested $45,000 and got $15,000 back. The down payment is basically a boost to purchase the next property. It quickly starts snowballing after a while. I am netting $600 per month for 15 years. At first glance, it appears to be a 12% return on my money since that is what the deed states. But in reality, I am getting a much higher return. The way I calculated this is I put my $30,000 investment into an amortization calculator and then put the length of the loan, 15 years. I started playing with the interest rate until I got the $600 payment. I ended with a 23% interest rate. Once again, I cannot complain. This will equate to me loaning someone $30,000 and being paid back a 23% interest rate throughout 15 years with a house as collateral. Although I always try to figure something out and work with my clients, if they are unable or simply refuse to pay, I always have the option to foreclose and get the property back. This is the end of the video, millionaires. I hope you all appreciate all the information I have been providing. These are all my secrets and the ways I operate my businesses. Get what you need and implement it yourself so you can get out of the rat race. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe and God bless.